Welcome, fellow dreamers. It's art challenge time. It's art challenge time. And this is the pom-pom Purin we got from our advent calendar. Unfortunately, it's the only exciting thing we got out of our advent calendar this week. The rest of it was just cardboard garbage. Well, look on the bright side. At least it was the only complaint we had about the advent calendar, at least. Yeah, I mean, there's some other things that have me on the verge of crashing out at the moment, but I'm gonna try to avoid discussing those if I can. Without further ado, welcome to our astral sanctum. We're only comfortable meeting in the yard at the moment, but yeah. Oh, and we also got this Hello Kitty Squishmallow. Anywho, but maybe we'll let you see the inside of our little cozy cabin if you behave. Now we do also have some other. This is our first time having avatars, but I'm really confident with the way they've turned out. Should we show off the other backgrounds or No, I think we should let them wait and see what the other backgrounds are. But yeah, we've got special ones planned for the tarot readings. We've got different poses for our characters that we're, we might make. We got some default ones now because we're kind of just testing the waters here. But we want to see how well received they are, and if we need like custom reactions for the backdrop, we will or for the video in question, we'll make them as we go. But without further ado, let's get into the art challenge.
So this is Pumpkin, and this is his mood board. So we are, as we said before, we are simplifying the art style a bit, but not too much because we don't want to give him a Funko Pop look, So we did take some inspiration from Powerpuff Girls and panty and stocking style. Took a little bit of a Eddsworld approach to the eyes as well. But we did leave some other features in that we liked. And we are also heavily avoiding drawing the hair and the face. So, if you don't know, if you're not familiar with kitty kittens, let me know if you had a kitty kitten when you were growing up. But they were a series of cats plushies that were released, and they came with a purring mechanism in their head. Like every time you'd move them, they would purr. I don't know how they achieved that. It wasn't a robotic or anything, it was just something they did. Does this count as a licensed character? I don't think so. I mean, they never had their own show or anything, but I mean, it was just a series of cat breeds, and then each one had a name, but I don't know. Yeah, they didn't have a book or anything, or a TV show, it was just, here's the variants. Yeah, we might have broke one of the rules here, but yeah, we were really struggling to find, plushies that weren't licensed characters, and I don't know why, but I really thought that Pumpkin would fit the description. So what do you think of this art style? Do you like this one better? We should probably hold a poll. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think, it's kind of obvious that we, filmed the voice recording part separately, but, like, later. But, I do prefer this art style personally, because I feel like it is achieving the eye-popping effect that I wanted to have. Agreed. It's like... That's what I like about simplistic styles, though. They catch your attention. Like, if you're, like, realistic styles, you know, it's too boring. Everybody's seen it. You know, it's kind of like that girl, like the art teacher on Insidious, which was it, 4? Insidious Red Door always says, you know, anybody can do these photorealism tricks and draw a photograph. We want to see things that nobody else has seen. Exactly. Like, don't sell us a photograph of the same fucking apple. Exactly. Anywho, we did give him, like, scruffy hair because the kitty kittens are really fluffy. And, we wanted to go for a real, like, a cozy look, so we went for kind of an Oliver Twist look. He would probably be British, but he would also be the type to hang out in a coffee shop. Yeah, so we give him, like, a, I don't want to say, like, a schoolboy appearance, but, like a cardigan, a sweater underneath, loafers. He's from a cold area, yeah. Khakis, because we were trying to give him, like, an overall orange and white palette. And, to match the ribbon around his neck, we just simply gave him a bow tie. And we gave him one of those little weird caps, because they're cute. I got one of them in the closet. I want to start wearing it, but wearing hats is bad for your hair. I mean, only if you wear it every day. True. I think this one turned out really good. Plus, as you could tell by our mood board, we were getting better at putting together more organized ones by the time we reached Pumpkin. I think it turned out iconic as fuck. Agreed. Yes, this is our art style. I like this one. And we still have one more to do with this new art style. And if you do want to see us draw some of our licensed characters, let us know, because I'd really like to do one for Little Nut Brown Hair and Puttered, if you will. And, yeah. I mean, we can always change the names. We gotta do one where, when we turn, like, the ugly characters into kawaii-fied versions of themselves. We, like, give them cutesy names. Yeah. I just realized that that minty cat we drew looked a lot like Sprigatito. Like, way too much, and I feel kind of fucked up because I'm like, oh my gosh, I came up with this design and it's so cute. And then I see a picture of Sprigatito later and I'm like, fuck. Why did I do that? I mean, you gave it a collar. True. Damn, why do I keep running out of shit to say? This one is not even that long, and I'm already at a loss of what to say. Maybe we should have sped it up a little more. Nah. I had things I wanted to say, and I legit can't remember what I wanted to say. I mean, there's really nothing coming up that we can talk about art style-wise. I think part of the problem is you're too worried about matching up with the thing, so you're doing it too fast, talking too fast. Yeah, that might be it. Digging the Argyle sweater. Cozy human kitty. What's all this then? I think headcanon voice would probably be 2D from Gorillaz. Oh, I didn't do Tilly's voice. Her headcanon voice would probably be Cree. I think her name's Cree Summers. Yeah, she voices number 5. That's who I want to. She's perfect. On Kids Next Door. Them long noodly legs. And a Giat. Wait, why do we keep coming up with all these weird sayings now? Like why does Giat suddenly mean ass? Ass! Giat, cake. So stupid. Shadybug agrees. We were torn about whether or not to give that loafer a heel, but we ended up not doing it. Did we draw them in yet? I don't know, my hand's in the way, hold on. Okay, I don't think we drew them in yet, but, we did kind of last minute decide to give him freckles where his whiskers would be. How cute is that? It's kawaii. That's what I love about this stuff, because it's kind of creative. Ooh, you know what would be fun? Turn some of the scariest Courage the Cowardly Dog villains into kawaii redesigns. Yeah. And the cute anime characters. That would be interesting. Don't expect me to turn them into anime girls, though. I'm not gender swapping them. Are we going full pinup, or are we sticking to kawaii? Do kawaii. Got it. Well, he really turned out iconic. Coloring part is always so soothing. Oh shit, I just realized I fucked something up. So the bottom part of the sweater was supposed to be a belt, but we accidentally colored it in like it was the bottom of the sweater. Oh well. We were gonna leave the loafers white, but we decided, again, last minute, that we didn't like it. You know, because his paw tips are white, but so we decided we didn't like the way it looked, so it looked unfinished. So we came back and colored him blue. And because it rhymes with his name and also has a coffee feel, we changed his name to Duncan. This is Chung Lee, who you adorably called Chumley. And this is her mood board. So, utilizing our new style once again, we did add some fingers into this one because we wanted her to do a peace sign, and Mom just photobombed me. But we wanted her to do a peace sign, so we decided if they're doing specific gestures in the style that we're gonna draw fingers on them then. But that'll be the only occasion. We did see some other art style challenges we wanted to do, so we might utilize that template. See if we like it better. We're still not sure. But we, I hope there's more fun and unique art challenges out there to try. Because, this one was fun and unique, and, the other ones that we've seen just aren't hitting the same as this one is. Yeah, this one was, like, more in depth, too. Like, get a mood board. Yeah. The other one's just like, oh, get a random hairstyle. I don't know if I want to do the Paul's one or not. Anywho, since Chung Lee is a pink pastel teddy bear, if you're wondering why I named her Chung Lee, it's because I was a baby, like not the baby, but young enough to talk, but like not old enough to remember things very clearly. So I think you were like 2, if I'm picking up on your memories correctly. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But, anyways, we're gonna, we're gonna make her a girl, but I named her after our dog. Like, we had a pug at the time named Chung Lee. Chung Lee was a boy, but, regardless, maybe I should have put this through one more time. Of course, because bears in the wild are kind of chunky, I did make her plus size. Did another plus size. Plus, I wanted to see what a plus size body would look like in this art style. I think he looks cute. So, as you could see from her mood board, that was actually the first mood board we created. We're going for more of a 50s girly looking style. But, we were also trying to, you know, give her some bear-like elements. We wanted her hair to be as poofy as possible. And while we did play with the idea of giving her those TikTok heart buns, we didn't want her to look too much like Spinel. Plus, the heart buns were proving to be too detailed for an ink pen to go over. So, ink brush. We decided to give her Zoe buns instead, from K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean, the technical term is space buns, but, you know, Zoe had like a messiness to them that we kind of liked and thought would look endearing for a bear OC. We gave her a poofy dress. we wanted to give her a poofy dress with a jacket over it. Real Chipettes-like. And we gave her an ascot to, like, kind of be a human mock-up of the, ribbon around her neck. So, we didn't just do another hair ribbon. She looks cute and cuddly, no? She would definitely be the type to like candy and singing and, you know, girly girl stuff. She'd probably be the closest to me, personality-wise. Or at least, what I'm gravitating... She's pretty much the embodiment of everything I'm trying to gravitate towards right now. The kind of energy that I'm trying to go for now. Kind of wish I'd gone with rounder frills, though. Oh well. Gave her a little heart belt. I think we did add polka dots to the ascot at the last moment. Of course, she can't have a 50s girly girl without leg warmers, so we gave her some of those. We were having a hard time on the shoes, but we eventually gave her some, Joker-esque heels where it's, like, white and then black. I think those are called wingtips. You'll see here that her hands did not look right without the fingers, because she was just waving. Yeah, I had to go back and look at the mood board reference to see what kind of shoes I wanted to pick, because we put some different shoe styles down. She's so cute. I'm sad this challenge is over, but I'm excited to start new ones. I don't know how we're going to put the Paul's OC thing together. Yeah, because they were like... I don't know, maybe I'll like make notes of it. I'd have to pull the fucking computer up and do the video, though. That'd be a pain in the ass. Yeah, let's try to find a challenge that isn't a pain in the ass, but I don't know. If our fans really want to see it, comment below if you want to see that. You want to see us have a pain in the ass with the computer. But yeah, pretty much, everything on her is pink. I can't remember if we used a third color. I think we put red in some places, but I can't remember. Yeah, well, if we filmed this way earlier, it's like nighttime now. We're working on another surprise. Yeah, that one might take a couple of days, though. And we're being hush-hush about it. Really don't have anything to say other than I've got a fuck ton of doctor's appointments to go to tomorrow, and I just really don't want to. Gonna get vaccines, and I know I need them, but I don't know. There was a scheduling conflict, and now, just like with the dentist, and now everything is fucking mashed together. Because, we had to get... I don't know what it is with my psychiatrist specifically, but she asks for blood work nonstop. It's very annoying. And it's like, how often do you really need to monitor my blood as much as you're doing? I really hate having it done. I hate having to starve myself, because it's never a good thing to do, so I hate it too. I hate having to have a big, thick, sharp needle that should not be stuck in my blood vein, stuck in my blood vein. My main one. Because, you know, the body also is not designed for that. Blood is supposed to stay in you. I don't know. I never feel good after getting shots either. I'm just really not looking forward to it. And then I gotta deal with my psychiatrist, who's probably gonna make inappropriate comments about my body again, and, fuck. I just can't. I don't know what it is with boomers where you just can't set boundaries with them. Like your job is like to focus on my mental health, not make me anorexic. I don't know. Didn't mean to rant there, but sometimes I feel like the medical system does more harm than good. I feel like if I say anything, then I'll get my medicines taken away. And I can't really function without those. Because one's an antidepressant. I don't know. How would you guys enforce boundaries here, like, in this situation? Damn, it seems like we just got a physical done, too. Yeah. I know we're supposed to be talking about the art, not ranting about that, but I don't know. I think I was complaining because I have to get up early and I still had to film this, or record the voiceover. Yeah, we might do some of the licensed characters too. Don't know if we're gonna have enough mood boards for that though. I guess we don't need to mood board them all, but I don't know. Does it look like it's sped up to you? It doesn't look like it's sped up. Yeah, it's sped up. I mean, I guess I could go a little faster, but I don't know. Oh, I don't know if I ever gave a, update on Baku, but our little tapir we got does kind of work. So, I do still have nightmares, but I don't remember what they were the next day. I just remember having a nightmare. So yes, if you do get an image of a tapir and put it near the bed, it will eat your nightmares. I think I need to get a slightly stronger one, because I don't know. Is it necessary to have nightmares, like, Is there a way to just permanently stop that? And my mouth is, my side of the mouth is still sore too, by the way. It's like, we were tortured by the dentist. We're not even done with the dentist. I really don't like that dentist. Like, they flat out refused to treat us until we paid for some bullshit membership. The medical system is just corrupt. And they wonder why they don't get any respect. It's because they do shady shit like this. Rose the price on us from what they originally said it was going to be. Made us stand out in the cold with a sore mouth so they could close. Even though our ride wasn't there yet. Okay, so we did add black to the shoes. And here comes the coloring, thankfully. And as we're about to write down on the page, we did change Chung Lee to just Lee. So soothing. Gotta have everything pink. Pinkie Pie, eat your heart out. Oh, we do have another art challenge coming up, though. Maybe we'll just focus on that one. After this.
Sorry about, that last speed draw. We've been having some issues, setting boundaries with, you see, I got this psychiatrist, and, she didn't always used to be like this, but, recently she seems to try to be pushing me to be anorexic, and if it wasn't for Adama constantly there trying to keep me from going down that slippery slope, her constant pestering and unwanted comments about my weight probably would have worked by now. What is with that woman? I don't know. She is, she's just getting, it seems like she's getting worse and worse by the day. I don't know if she's getting, like, senile or something, but, you know, like, she had me, first of all, she had me fill out this whole detailed journal on my emotions and you know, my Shark Week, if you will, and because we're trying to figure out if my depression symptoms are correlated to that, or if I don't know. You know, like, gosh, I can't think of what I'm trying to say here. Or if it's like a medicine issue. It's not a medicine issue. The medicine you are currently on treated your anxiety disorder, which it's been a big help because you were so crippled with anxiety and depression that you wouldn't get out of bed. Now, and for no reason usually. Now, you have valid reasons. You have lost loved ones. You have been through horrible, unspeakable shit. Heaven forbid if you have some resounding trauma from that. And heaven forbid that you get a bit agitated like I am when somebody pushes your fucking boundaries. I think you have every right to have a, what are they calling it, a lashing out. No, they're just trying to make you be submissive, and you need to fight that. You need to fight that with everything you have in you. And I will help you. I will be your armor. Thanks, Tommy. But, you know, like, in all seriousness, so, like, she had me fill out this whole thing, and, you know, I was curious, too. I mean, now that I look at it, now that I look at the patterns, I mean, the journal did do something good, because it helped me see that I wasn't being irrational, that there was a reason behind each time that I got upset. It's not like I was just feeling anxious for no discernible reason and curling up in bed because I felt so bad, like I did before I was on my medication. Yeah, you seriously need to watch yourself around her. She's a walking red flag. Yeah, I know. But she, like, she's like, she had me fill all this shit out and go through all this shit, and only to be like, well, I didn't expect you to do that much. I just expected you to, you know, she's like, well, why don't you get a calendar and just write how many hours of sleep you got, if you're on your period, and and how your mood is that day. And, you know, I pointed out, you know, quite obviously why that's an issue. My mood could change throughout the day, and there's really not a way to write a whole lot of information in that small square. And I really don't feel like doing it again, as she's just gonna gloss over it, like, cause she's over here, like, just super uncaring. She's like, oh, well, I just want to be able to glance at it. I just want to, like, sit here and listen to this all day. Not to mention the fact that she was super fucking late for a session that we are paying her for. And we're already on hard times. But on top of that, I would like to also point out that your mother seems to think that her unwanted comments about your body are her caring about you, and she didn't even care enough to go over the journal that you took your time to write out for the past 3 months. Like, not even just a few entries. Like, maybe a few past and current ones. Yeah, I've just about had it with this devil's advocate act my mom's always pulling. Like, I just don't get why she's like this lately. Just, you know, it's like, my dad, he gets bullied at work, right? He comes home, she's real supportive, she's like, I'm sorry, baby, oh my gosh, You want to talk about it. But, you know, if I'm the one getting bullied at work, well, you did something to deserve it. It's your fault. You must have done something. I remember one time I was, like, being... tell her what happened when you were stalked at the mall. Yeah, so I was being stalked by... You remember the story where I was being stalked by the human trafficker? At the mall. We mentioned it in our true scary stories. Mom was literally like, well, you shouldn't have worn such a short skirt that day. The actual fuck? Like, does she not filter what comes out of her mouth or something? Like, and you're supposedly the one with the bad filter. Yeah, but apparently. Anyways, I let Dami take over when she started bringing up my weight. Because, when it comes to me having to, I don't know, go up against somebody or set a boundary, I'm kind of not very good with it, so Adama has to step in and set those boundaries for me. Listen, I took over, but because we share vocal cords, it was pretty easy for me to just sound like her. See? I mean, you can still kind of hear my accent slightly, but it's me, Adama. Yeah, so, well, Adama, why don't you tell this part of the story? So, she starts going on about the weight again. She's like, what are you eating? We tell her what we're eating. You know, we started making vegetable soup, for one. And I just like to point out, okay, she is 5'4". And she is, like, what was it, 259? That is an average weight for somebody her height. So she needs to shut the fuck up. You know, I especially don't want Evelyn taking advice from somebody who I can see her skeleton through her face and shoulders. I definitely don't want that for Evelyn. I don't want that either, really. So, this is what I said, okay? Yeah, you know, she's going on and on about the weight, you know. I explain what we're eating. Sometimes we skip lunch, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we, you know, when we do eat lunch, we'll eat what's in the house. It depends on how hungry we are. And I don't even know why I have to go over all the dietary shit. Like, because, like, the psychiatrist, she's like, okay, well, the diet isn't the issue then. It's, you know, you're not exercising, which, you know, my ankle was injured for reasons we won't bring up here. The ankle on my side of the body. And my back on my side was also injured in the same situation. But that's neither here nor there. That's a topic for another time. If you want details, go listen to the Evelyn Spent a Month in Hell video. Anywho, so this is how the conversation went. She's still going on and on and on about the weight and not what she's supposed to go on about. I would like to keep in mind, I'd like to remind you that this bitch is a psychiatrist. She is specifically for mental health, okay? She should not, it is not her place or her business to be concerned about Evelyn's weight. So, I'm going to do Evelyn's voice for this, but I'm going to do my Evelyn impression for this. But I said, and this is exactly how I worded it, I said, so I'm just curious, but what exactly does my weight have to do with my mental health? Why did I ask this? Because I specifically wanted to gauge something. I wanted to gauge if there was a method to her madness, or if she was just overstepping in an area that was none of her business. Miss Bailey! Happy singing girl! So, I think she can tell we're upset. So, the way she got silent told me everything I needed to know. That answered my question. She was overstepping and she just got called on it. So she has the audacity to say, or she at least admits that she's concerned about our physical health. Our glucose is low, by the fucking way. So, no diabetes issues there either. And also, you order too many fucking blood tests. Cut it the fuck out. Anywho, what was I saying? So, again, this is what I say, just like this. Can we try to focus on just my mental health, please? So then she gets all standoffish with us, super unfucking professional, and, you know, she's just kind of staring at us, and she's like, well, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you want from me? Or no, what she said? She said, what can I do for you? That's what it was. So, you know, I'm like, well, what do you mean? Because it's like, what the fuck does that mean? And she's like, well, it seems like your medicine isn't working. So I'm like, you know, I explained to her, calmly as fucking possible, you know? Exactly like this, as I explain it. I explain, well, it is working because before I was taking venlafaxine, I was crippled with anxiety and depression over nothing so badly that I couldn't get out of bed, and didn't even know what I was this upset about. And, you know, the venlafaxine has helped tremendously. I don't, what was it? What was the next part? I'm trying to recall everything I said. Miss Bailey. Okay, so just like this. Miss Bailey. It's hard to be mad when you're being cute all the time. Don't be making that face back there. I'm trying to be angry and serious, and you're making me laugh. If you know what that's a reference to, comment below. Miss Bailey. Anyway, back to rant. So, she's all, you know, I explained to her, you know, it's not like I'm getting upset for no reason now. I have valid reasons to be upset, and I have valid reasons, you know, to be angry, and I wouldn't consider setting a boundary and maybe making a snarky, Miss Bailey, making a snarky remark because I'm agitated if that boundary is repeatedly violated counts as me lashing out or having an unwarranted backlash. Oh, and here's the icing on the cake. Then she goes on and about this whole thing about, oh, well, there's like a hierarchy in your household or whatever, some bullshit. I don't even know. Like, dad at the top, mom in the middle, us at the bottom. And, you know, I shut that shit down real quick. I was like, no, absolutely not. That is a very unhealthy mindset, and that mindset has put me in abusive situations before, and I promised myself that I would never allow myself to fall into a hierarchy, as she so eloquently put it. Again. She's just a toxic woman with very toxic outdated views. She actually thought Miss Bailey. She actually thought Evelyn was using her tattoos for self-harm. Like, hello, bitch, you take blood from her all the fucking time. Oh my gosh. Alright, that's enough of that. I do feel a little bit better after venting. So do I. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe for Spiritual Pride. Subscribe for Spiritual Pride. Click the little bell. Click the little bell. Help us with our credit card debt by joining Patreon for bonus content, because we are seriously not posting anything until somebody joins. We posted some secret content, but we're not posting anything new until somebody joins, because we're not going to work for free. Yeah, so, like, I mean, nobody's, like, seeing it or anything either, so it's like, Miss Bailey! Anywho, until next time, fellow dreamers, bye!